Everybody, welcome back. Makarov9 here, and thanks for checking out the channel. And I know you want to know about this little gun because that's why you clicked on this thumbnail. Because you thought, that is the cutest little gun I think I've ever seen. Well, maybe you didn't think that. I'm sure there's somebody probably did. I don't know. I bought it on impulse thinking it was kind of cute, you know. Something to plink with. Maybe my wife might like to shoot it. But I did a video a while back of the Beretta Bobcat 22 long rifle, double action, single action, little semi-auto pistol. And that basically is what Taurus created this little pistol to do, was to mimic or clone the Beretta Bobcat 22. And they did a pretty decent job. Now the fit and finish, of course, with this Taurus isn't near that of the Beretta, but their idea was noble. They tried, and it is a good functional little pistol, but the fit and finish, of course, is not a Beretta. And if you want to know more about the Beretta Bobcat 22 mouse gun, you check out my channel. I've got a video of that, a little pistol, and I've got it in my safe, and I get it out every once in a while and shoot it when I feel like, you know, shooting a mouse gun. But it's just a lot of fun. And this was a complete impulse buy, you know, off the cuff, kind of like a candy bar at the front register right before you pay for all your groceries. That chocolate looks good, so you pick it up. Well, that's what happened with this pistol. I went and actually bought a Ruger stainless single 6 from a guy, and he had this little box setting in his passenger seat, and I said, well, what's that? And he said, it's a little Taurus Pt22, and I said, well, let me look at it. Is it for sale, or what are you doing with it? And he said, yeah, man, everything's for sale. You know how it is. So I look in the box, and I think, man, this is so much like the Beretta Bobcat, maybe I should buy it. And he threw a price out at me, and I, you know, why not? It was cheap enough. So here it is. And I thought I'd put it on my channel, let you take a look at it. And it definitely is I don't want to say cheap. I don't like using that word. It is an inexpensive version of Beretta's Bobcat 22. Okay, there's one distinct difference between this and the Beretta Bobcat, and that is this is a true double action only. This does not have an exposed hammer like the Beretta Bobcat does. Okay, so, you know, in order to put a round in the chamber, instead of pulling the slide back and charging around in the chamber, which is very difficult with this little gun because of the angle of the hammer, what you would do is, and we'll go ahead and take the magazine out. I do have this loaded, okay? Take that out, make sure it's safe before we start playing with it here. It's got the tip-up barrel like the Beretta, okay? So in order to charge this pistol so it's ready to fire, very difficult to pull the slide back on this little gun. It really is. So your best bet is to go ahead and load your magazine with your 7 rounds. Put your 8th round in the barrel and snap the barrel down. And then, of course, being a true double action, at that point you're ready to fire. And you've got 8 consecutive rounds to put on target. A little bit different than the Beretta. Now you can do that with the Beretta, but the Beretta is also a lot easier to pull the slide back on because it does have the exposed hammer, and it's got a lighter hammer too, for that matter. So the slide, you know, retracts very nicely compared to this one. You know, only the fit and finish is a little bit rougher on this. I can't say that it's got tons and tons of horrible tooling marks or anything, you know, inside the slide or anything. It's a pretty well put together little gun, but for someone on a budget that wants a little 22 pocket gun for their wife, or to teach your child how to shoot, you know, the recoil on these little guns is not bad at all. And my wife shot this, she liked it. She shot the Beretta Bobcat more, and she really likes it. But anyway, it takes single stack, 7 round magazines, 1 in the barrel like I showed you, 8 rounds. And I was lucky enough to get 2 magazines with this. It normally comes with 1. And these little magazines are hard to find. They're expensive. So when you find this pistol used or new, you're only going to get 1 magazine. And if you're going to carry 22, you really need 2 magazines. I wouldn't suggest that you carry a 22 as your only, you know, handgun for personal defense. But this is This goes beyond concealed carry. This is deep concealment. This would be a pistol that you'd wear on your ankle as a last-ditch effort. You are in a firefight that you don't have any business being in, and you have emptied both magazines in your primary carry weapon. And at that point, the police or the SWAT team's not there to help you, and you need a few more rounds to scare away the bad guy or to make your getaway. You would reach down and grab this off your ankle because it is pretty light. I believe it's about 20 ounces, 21 ounces, so it's not heavy. But this is a last-ditch effort little gun. And from my experience, having shot the Beretta Bobcat a lot, which is very reliable, this little pistol I have not shot as much, but I have shot it enough to know what its reliability is like. It is not that picky with ammunition. It will shoot pretty much anything I put in it, and it's pretty darn reliable, believe it or not. I paid $150 for this gun, and that's probably about what you'd expect to find if you looked on the used market. And if they were asking more than that, then you need to dicker a little bit on the price. I'd say $150 is about what this is worth. Now, these little pistols do not have a traditional ejector. Okay, they use the friction of the slide coming to the rear to pull the spent casing out of the barrel. Okay, so they don't have a traditional extractor. So a lot of people would say, well, why the heck would you ever want to use this and count on this to be reliable for defending yourself with? Well, like I said, this is deep concealment. This is last-ditch effort. This is right after you've run out of rounds out of your primary carry weapon. Okay, or this is something you carry on the trail, or when you're out jogging or something like that. Carry a couple little magazines with, you've got 16 rounds. Well, let's see, you'd have 7 in here, you'd have 8 in here, you'd have 15 rounds. Something that, you know, it's better to have than to leave at home if you're really going to carry just one little bitty gun. But for me, I would probably carry it on my ankle as a backup or something. I wouldn't count on this to be my only concealed piece. But in the box is actually pretty impressive. You know, one thing I have to say about Taurus is their handguns come in pretty nice cases. Nice foam material. I mean, what can you expect for an inexpensive little gun like this? You know, there's your manual. You know, normally Taurus, I mean, they all have nice cases like this, and most of the time they have nice egg crate foam padding. It fits in there real nicely. There's that magazine, and of course you'd load that one. See there? Taurus Pt22, pretty nice little gun. If you're looking for something that you really don't want to spend a lot of money on, you might do a web search for this little pistol. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with its performance. They have lots of different types of grips that you can put on it. This is really a terrible set of grips. I really don't like them. They look awful. But you can get, I think Hogue has the little rubber grips, and I think they're about $10, $11 at Cheaper Than Dirt, which I think might be in this gun's future. Cocked and locked, you can carry it like that, like a 1911, which is kind of cool. Okay, but of course, without an exposed hammer, what's the point in carrying it cocked and locked? That's how they mimicked the Beretta Bobcat, but didn't even think, you know, you have an exposed hammer, so why do you need it cocked and locked? That's kind of silly. So, I don't know. You know, it's a nice little clone, but I certainly wouldn't pay as much for this as I would an actual Beretta Bobcat. So, thanks for watching, guys. Check back for more videos. Please rate the video, comment, subscribe, favorite the video, tell others about my channel. Thank you so much for checking it out. And I've got lots more to review. As soon as I get out to the range videos, trying desperately to get out to the range and get some good shooting videos. There you go. Neat little gun. Thanks a lot. Catch you later.